Hey, I'm just
Just
here with
needed.
my friend Nathan, who's joined the course. Nathan, do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are, where you live, why you decided to join the course?
Sure. Yeah, look, so I'm an engineer by trade. I work in civil construction. I live over in Perth, WA, and essentially the reason for joining the course is I just wanted to get a bit more, I suppose, insight into the dark art of property investing and development.
Oh, cool. Well, that was a quick answer. We're done. That's all I wanted to know. So we've known each other. We're both from a similar background. We've known each other for a little while. So I suppose you already knew me. You've seen what I've done, and did you want to maybe just say or talk a little bit about that, what you've seen me do, and then I suppose you wanted to learn more about property development, but why would you learn it from me versus all these other people that you seem to mention to me from time to time that are so-called experts?
Yeah, look, I suppose so. Working with yourself, I guess, yeah, I met you back when we were both working in civil construction. You being the smarter one managed to sort of get yourself out of that through property development, I guess. And that sort of, I suppose, started my interest in that whole, I suppose, side of things. So I guess we've done a couple of deals together now. One of the earliest ones was probably the one I was most involved in or most across in terms of the detail, which was a single home into 3 lots in Brisbane. And yeah, from that, I got a bit of exposure to see, yeah, the I suppose, power that property investing can give you in terms of, increasing your wealth and yeah, doing things that aren't so time intensive, similar to, what I'm doing now, which is, I trade my time for a wage type thing. So yeah.
Oh, you're frozen.
And in terms of what led me to probably take on your course rather than the others I've seen is that...
Hang on, you froze for the last 30 seconds. I know we're recording and this is off the cuff and we're not editing. just repeat the last 30 seconds.
All right, where do I get to?
So you did a deal. We did a deal together. You were a silent partner in it, which was quite a few years ago now.
Yeah.
And then since we've done other deals together, so I suppose you've had that trust in me in the ability to deliver projects. But what's in it for, or why do you want to learn to do it yourself, I suppose? What's the key motivation? No, now you've muted yourself. Yep, you're good now, I think.
Yes, I've got it back.
Okay. It's good to know that 2 engineers know how to work microphones and Zoom.
Yeah, showing our age. Yeah, apologies. So we went through from, we did a deal together early days. What led me down, I suppose, choosing your course in terms of the learning about the property development side of things is most that I've researched and not gone ahead with is probably because of there's essentially an end product sell, like it's a particular type of property or investing scheme that is sold as the overarching sort of product. Whereas from what I understand and what I've seen from the course so far, is yours is a much more fundamentals based type approach in terms of what you do, how you select sites, what your due diligence comprises, and the things to look for essentially, and I suppose what you need to do to sort of narrow your focus and select those right properties that have got the potential to increase your value.
Okay, awesome. And what week are you up to in the program? I know you're not quite finished yet.
I was going to say, I think I'm up to week 4. Joined slightly late, so I think I let the first week go and did that one on a sort of late run into the second week. So I've still got probably a little bit of reviewing to do because there's been a lot of information over those, or it might have been week 3, apologies, over those 3 weeks. So yeah, heaps of information, and like I said, plenty to go back and review.
All right, cool. Are you surprised by anything?
Mostly just the lack of, or the gaps that I didn't realize I had in my knowledge. I thought, you know, a lot of it I'd have a bit of an understanding of, but there's a heap more in the background there that just wasn't aware of or didn't appreciate to its full extent.
Okay, awesome. Is your wife doing it with you as well? Have you got her involved?
Not so much yet, but my wife's definitely a good one in terms of the property research side of things. So just getting that narrow search and you know, making sure we've got a very specific type of property that we're looking for. I think she'll do the legwork in terms of the research, definitely.
Okay, awesome. The reason I ask is a lot of people will say, "Oh, you're an engineer and you can do this because you're an engineer and I'm not," kind of thing. So your wife's not an engineer. I know you are. So do you think you could just give her the program? And the whole idea is that anyone can just pick it up and be a property developer. Do you think your wife, one, could she listen to me for that long? And then secondly, would she be able to understand the concept so that you could just give her the program and then you're both on the same wavelength and understand each other and be able to do property development together?
Yeah, look, yeah, 100%. You don't need to be an engineer to do this. And it's probably my engineering that holds me back from some of this, because it's just, I'm too much information-based decision maker. So I like to have too much information or probably too much in the end, which probably is that analysis paralysis type thing. Whereas I think coming into it from another angle, like from what the wife said, I think for sure it's something she'd definitely be able to understand and get on board with, and we'd have an alignment in terms of objectives and the rest, and a greater understanding of what we're trying to achieve, for sure.
All right, cool. So if you do a development, what's your ultimate goal? What's your ultimate goal from developing or from, you know, property investing?
Yeah, look, because I don't mind what I'm doing in my current work life, mine's probably more just a passive sort of investment goal, where I build up enough passive income in the background that, you know, works more a choice than a necessity. That's probably the end goal at the end of the day. I mean, like I said, I enjoy what I do. I'm lucky that I've got a job like I've got. So
yes,
you know, it's I'm happy enough to keep going to work, but I'd like to have that opportunity that, should I not want to for a period, that I can sort of take a time off or an extended break.
So I know you've mentioned to me a few times around what you actually want to do. Has that changed? You've said, "Oh, I'd love to be on a boat or go by a boat and travel around Australia or the world." I can't remember which one you said, or both.
No, look, the extended break on a boat's definitely something still planning to do. It's just fitting it around, you know, everything else that's going on and family. But no, that definitely is something that is still on the cards, and still definitely a plan of mine to you know, spend a 6 to 12 month period.
Okay, cool. So you make a couple of $1 million from development, go buy a boat, quit work, and then go sail around for a bit. And I might come and visit you.
Yeah, sure. No, that'd be ideal. But yeah, look, it's more just having that security that things can carry on in the background, and you know, I don't need a couple of million to do that. It's more so the incomings to cover off on my outgoings on the loans and such to allow me to take that break.
All right, cool. We'll leave it at that. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. First time I've spoken on camera in a little while. Actually, ever, I think. Normally it's either been in person or over the phone. So thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.